Hello guys. It's quite a long time since I uploaded my last video. Today I just wanted to tell you about my thinking, I guess. Sorry. Sorry for the pause. The thing that I really want to say, at the beginning, in everything there is beginning and also the end. So, whether you believe God or you're an athlete. Sorry. If you're someone who don't believe God. Atheist. I'm not sure. We all know. From the start, there weren't this much population, right? We all know the population has grown up. We all know that. So from the start, whether you are, I don't know, atheist or whatever, you believe Darwin or I don't know, so evolution theory kind of thing, or I don't know, God, or I don't know anything. It doesn't start with great population. So there was a small amount of people, and at the beginning, whether you believe evolution or God, we all know that we all think it starts from, whether evolution or God, we all think we start from one person, right? So from amoeba to a human in evolution theory, so one person, right? So but I think almost nobody heard about amoeba became like a tree, or or any plant. So any plant. So if you think about it, from the start there are one person, and there are huge amount of plants and trees, right? It doesn't matter how many trees of one species are there, because there are so many species, right? I'm quite sure. I think many people can be quite sure about it, right? There should be, I think, right? There should be some kind of extinction of species of all species. At least it should be like 2 species of extinction of, I mean, trees or plants, right? And there are many extinction of animals, we all know. I mean, if you, even if you haven't been educated at all, I mean, I think you have heard that kind of thing. I mean, if you are hearing this on YouTube, I mean, yeah. So, except, it's the beginning, so there cannot be any extinction yet, right? So there are so many species of animals, so many species, all the species of plants. So, and one person, and yeah. So I think it's almost no reason to. I mean, animals would fight each other, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure, but even dogs eat some kind of fruit, or vegetables kind of thing, right? I think also lion can eat that. I mean, they don't. They usually eat. I mean, meat, but lions almost live in the desert. I mean, right? So, I mean, is there any plant there? So, I mean, I mean, of course they would prefer. I mean, they yeah they I'm quite sure they prefer, I mean, meat than plant, but you know it's I think they can eat kind of plants, and I don't know, maybe you know at the beginning, even I think sorry, I think it doesn't matter that much. You know Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, there are so many things that you can eat, and you know I don't know, you can harmonize maybe, and see and enjoy, maybe. I mean, not all the animals are very vicious, or I don't know, like that. So even can lion can be friendly. I mean, yeah, I mean, and if you're just one one person there, I mean, yeah, I mean, they would quite be scary. Quite would feel scary to you, because they haven't seen any human. I mean, before they see you. I mean, so so it was it was quite peaceful time, I think. I don't know, at least to human, I assume, because even though there are so many species of animals, I mean, you don't need to get nearby them, and I think you can I mean, whatever the I mean, some kind of scholars, or I mean, some people who have studied about these kind of things, I think, I mean, it's just I think it's just obvious that you can you can be quite peaceful and it yeah you can be quite sufficient. I mean, taking nutritions that you need, because you don't I mean you don't you don't need to be near to dangerous animals, and there are so many species of plants, so you can yeah so yeah and also yeah I mean, and also we cannot know there was a I think we can quite sure about there wasn't a language, I mean, in the beginning. I mean, you are one person, I mean, whether you are a Christian or anything, I mean, I mean, it starts from Adam, or it starts from one person, even you're atheist or anything. I mean, yeah, it starts from one person, but so I mean, there cannot be a language, right? So um I don't know if you and as a one of a Christian, I mean, um you know um so I'm not sorry sorry about this pause. I'm before the um Babel event. I don't know what should I call it. There you're quite sure there has been long term that there hasn't been any language. So I mean, but so also I mean, but yeah, if you read the Bible well, and there hasn't been any confusion or anything. So if you yeah or reading, yeah, if you had been had read some uh, had read Genesis before, I mean, there is a a sentence that like there hasn't been there has been a time that people don't call God anymore, like that. Um, like this, I think you can see that sentence before the Babel event. So I think it's kind of like a so you know I'm sorry, I think it's not related, I'm so sorry, but I think it's not related to what I'm trying to say, but all I'm really trying to say is, I think it's the language is not what is really important. I mean, it's what is really important, and what is you know I I have been a Christian for a long time, but the people say like if you believe Jesus, you can be. I mean, if you believe Jesus, and if you believe Jesus has died on the cross, I mean, you can be saved. And they sometimes they say this, and sometimes they say also, you know, really important part. I mean, nowadays almost if you I mean, nowadays almost every people know about the story, but yeah, there are still like some people. I believe. I mean, there should be some people that that don't know about the Jesus salvation story. And so the really important thing that you should say is like Jesus is the cause, you know you know you know Jesus is God. So think about it. I mean, in English it's Jesus, and in Korean it's Yesu, and in so many languages. I mean, it's just the sound are different. So a sound is should be so I mean it doesn't. I mean, sound. It's just language sound. I mean, how can language sound can save you? So I mean, if you believe Jesus, I mean, if you don't know who Jesus is, and I mean, if you don't know Jesus is God, I mean, how can it matter, right? I mean, Jesus has died for you, for your sin. I mean that's a awesome thing that's that I mean, somebody has died for your sin, but it's like that's not the whole point. I mean, you should know some kind of spirit that loves you no matter what you go through. I mean, we really, I mean, there are in this world there are so many experts, so many. I mean, there are so many people who say they are expert, and I mean, because if you graduate university. I mean, if you get kind of degrees. I mean, so there are so many degrees, and if you if you certified with that degree, I mean, yeah, you are called, I mean, as an expert. But I mean, I don't think in this world there is no expert. I mean, think about it. There's there are so many theories. There are so many tools. I mean, electronic. I mean, devices. I mean anything. And has developed, I mean, through this, I mean, long period of time. But it doesn't, I mean, look at the world. I mean, I mean, is it really, I mean, is it real that the human are more happier than before? I mean, not at all. I mean, we are getting, I mean, I think, getting more devastating. I mean, we are more, I mean, craving some kind of spiritual fulfillment, and I don't know. I mean, there, thanks to devices. I mean, there are so many things that become convenient, but because of devices, there are so many things that become, vicious and complex, because there because of course there are people who are using devices, using anything that take advantages, no matter what the other people would go through, because of their method to use devices. I don't know. So what I was trying to say, we really don't know anything. We're just making something new, and I was saying like, oh, did you know this before? But it doesn't really matter. It's just just a little small amount of information. Compared to the whole world. So yeah. So what I was trying to say is we should be.
그런데